Years are probably, I got a year out. One or two.
Okay, it's 7 o'clock. We're gonna go ahead and start. First thing, Bob.
First thing on the agenda is the election of a president, council president for the year of 2026. Need a motion and then I need a vote. Thank you.
I'll make a motion to nominate, is that the right word?
Sure.
Nominate Jerry town council president.
Oh, I second that.
It doesn't need a third, so all you need is a vote.
You got it.
So I'll take a vote, please.
Aye.
You
Oh, Jeremy Fisher.
you made a motion to second it, but nobody made a motion to elect him as president. So that's what I need. It's a motion to elect him as
I'll make
president.
a motion to elect Jerry Nelson as president.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Now all in favor.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Neil.
Said that twice. Okay, Bob, would you please do a roll call?
Yes, absolutely. Physically present is Jeremy Fisher. Physically present is Jerry Nelson. Physically present is Neil Beaver. Physically present is Robert M. Ferguson Jr. Also present is Peggy Myers, Tony Janeway, Damon Prater,
Next to your business.
Steve Hicks, and 2 citizens. And Christina Lynn is on her way.
Okay, approval of the minutes from the last meeting. Gentlemen,
I'll make a motion to approve the December 8th meeting minutes.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approved as presented. Open issues. First person is not here. I see. Railroad property. That was,
Come back to Christina.
Is that completed?
I believe so. I think Christina's got everything done. And I think the only thing we might have to do later on is a survey.
Okay.
To make sure, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, if you'll
Should-
let me know, and we can remove it for the next meeting. But I'm not sure on Christina, or when Christina gets here, if you'd like to ask.
We'll ask a question. But I do think that we should probably get, do a survey one every year.
Physically present.
Physically present, it's Christina, on
She
the
doesn't
walk,
have to be.
on the walkway.
Hi, Christina.
Do you have a problem parking?
Walks down.
She had to park at her house.
We're having a used car sale. It's another fundraiser.
Yay.
Yeah. I'm sure everybody's got their keys in it. Well, Christina, we are at the railroad property. Bob asked the question if everything is complete.
It is complete, and here's the deed.
Ooh.
Very good. Thank you.
And I made a suggestion that we probably should do a survey of the property to make sure we know where everything is.
That's up to you.
So as far as we're concerned, though, the property is now ours.
Yes.
Okay, all right. And I don't have to file anything. You've already done all that. Perfect.
Thank you very much.
That sounds
No
great.
problem.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, park.
Not much to report. The committee has not met. We took a break for the holidays. We have a meeting next week, I believe. I don't know if, Bob, you know any more about construction?
The last I heard from Jason was he's talking about May, but I haven't had a chance to get back and talk with him anymore about it. The thing is, we have to get that part of it all done, and then Okra has to turn it back over to us before we can go into the next phase of getting the park laid out. But all of those numbers are, we've received all of those numbers, and we've received a lot of the We've received all of the playground equipment. It's in town. So, and we have paid for the ground cover. That's paid for. So all we have to do is just kind of wait for that part to get done. Last I heard, Jason's waiting on the bricklayers, and that's what's kind of slowing things down on the restrooms.
So when you say May, is that May is when he's gonna restart construction, or is he gonna?
No,
That's finished?
May, he's talking about handing it over by May, hopefully May 15th. But I'm going to get back with him again. And then I've got to talk with him about that date. And then I got to talk to Mike Kleinpeter about what we need to do with Okra at that point.
Okay.
But we're moving on, and we've made quite a few payments to them.
And I do know your park benches, the benches are being made right now, so.
Yep. And those are paid for.
Correct.
Benches are paid for, and so are the picnic tables.
Yeah.
All the picnic tables have been paid for. So we're in good shape.
Because when Micah may text me or email me, when the benches are done and the picnic tables are done, so I can just kind of give them an idea of what we're gonna target for,
Okay,
to get them up there, so we don't have to worry about storing them.
right, yes. Yeah, that was what we had hoped for there at the very beginning.
Okay, well, I'll work with him on that. if
Perfect.
that's okay with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, pole track, excuse me.
Last I remember, I gave you guys my notes. I didn't know if you had considered any more what you want an agreement to say or not to say, or if you want me to draft something and then you guys look at it.
I was thinking you could draft something for us, that would be a big help. You know, I think the biggest thing is the liability.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I know at one time they had to have, there was something about it being so close to the wells that they had to have kits in case of any oil spills or anything like that. And that might be a good idea to have that in there.
Supposedly they've got one in the shed down there.
And who the responsible party is to maintain that and make sure it's there. Would you agree?
New generator.
Really no updates on the new generator. I reached out to the guy that gave me the quote on the natural gas ones, and he's still waiting on NIPSCO to give us some cost to run a line back to the sewer plant.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some checking on it myself and see, because me and Scott McDonald run the line back from the pole barn back to the sewer plant here 4 years ago when we updated the furnace. So I'm gonna check with Scott, because he's retired from NIPSCO, and see if there's a potential for us to do the work
Okay.
to run a new line back. But I don't know any answers on that yet.
Telehandler.
I got another quote for a telehandler, one I've been talking to you guys about. The guy ended up selling it. This new guy, or the same guy, it's a two-year newer. The one he was quoting was a 2017, this was a 2019. Same thing, it's a Genie 5519. It's got roughly 1,300 hours on it, been fully serviced, all this. Basically with a telehandler, a grapple bucket, a regular bucket, the telehandler comes with a set of forks. And then I found a quick plate to be able to use like skid steer attachments, buckets, things like that for the front of it. And they're gonna charge us $750 to deliver it, which I may be able to work on that, because I know a guy's got a trade. But anyways, total is $48,500. That's about the going rate for most of them around that style. The one that me and you was talking about, the step up,
Mhm.
this will pick up 5,000 pounds, it'll raise 19 feet in the air. The next step up was 6,000 pound lift with 36 feet in the air, is about $10,000 more. So I'm still focused on the smaller one.
Mhm.
This is about the same size as the tractor, but the tractor will only pick up roughly 1,000, 1,500 pounds, and it'll only lift just shy of 9 feet. This one will do 3 times the lift and close to 3 times the height, or twice the height.
And the lift height has been one of the main issues because you can't reach
The
it.
height is definitely the main issue for the loft and loading the tractor. And like I said, with the telehandler over a tractor and stuff, we can, the man basket, I found the man basket, I bought it for $50. It ain't prettiest right now, but we're gonna polish it up this spring. We've already used it one time to take the lights down out here and stuff on the tractor, and it worked just fine. So, this thing's down in Indianapolis. I told him that I was gonna talk to you guys, but I have not went and looked at it yet. He did send me some pictures, but I haven't physically went and seen it yet because I wasn't gonna waste my time if you guys said no.
This 48.5, that's counting the attachments, right?
That's counting all the attachments, delivery fee, and like I said, he's charging $750 for delivery. I could possibly go get it ourselves. I've got a friend that's got a big enough trailer to haul it on. It, like I said, overall width and stuff, it's basically the same size as our tractor, it just weighs more. My trailer that I personally have, it would fit on my trailer, but my trailer's only rated for like 8,000 pounds, this thing weighs 10,000 pounds. So
How long would it take you to drive it back?
it does 19 miles an hour.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
it is. How long would it take him to walk to get there?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Well, I mean, definitely you're gonna need something, because you're gonna have you got responsibility of all of the streetlights now here in town,
And this
and
one,
all of the lights that's gonna be at the park. And, we gotta make sure it's something that you can be safe in and can handle the job.
the only,
Get it.
the only negative that I can say about this, as far as my responsibilities, is out in the Wheatfield edition, we have pole lights out there. I don't know that this is big enough to do the pole lights out there.
So we're responsible for the pole lights out there?
In the Wheatfield
Okay.
edition, that was something that Bruce and the town had put in several years ago. I've already contacted Duke Energy about taking them over. They said they will not do that. They would have to go in, tear everything out and put all their system in, and it would cost thousands of dollars. Because I was trying to get Duke to assume responsibility of it, and they won't do it.
How tall are they? Yeah.
So
How tall are they out there?
that I don't know yet. I have no way of measuring them for sure and stuff. Craig was the one that helped, and Craig's the one that maintained them in the past, Craig Barker.
Mhm.
And I called him one time and stuff, and he's got a 40-foot wooden extension ladder that I can borrow if I want. It's like, no.
I think I just said something about safety.
But it's not, the 40-foot is just what he has. They're not 40 feet high by no means and stuff. I would guesstimate that they're probably 30 feet, 25, something to that effect.
And how high would this go?
19.
19.
19 feet max. I mean, you got the man basket in there, my height and stuff. I mean, it may be close. I don't know.
Yeah.
You stay on my shoulder.
Then it will be
No.
good. Be perfect.
So that's the only negative that I can think of with this right here. I mean, like I said, trimming trees and stuff like that, most clearances on trees are 14 or 13.6 and stuff, so we can be well above for that, for all the school buses in town and whatever else.
How many lights are down there at Wheatfield?
3, I believe.
3.
How
Maybe a possibility, I'm just throwing this out in the air later on, maybe we can change those and match the lights we have here in town. I mean, there's power down there, right?
Oh, and put them down to the,
Yeah, like the same height as these, because basically they're just there for,
yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
drop them down to the height.
Just drop them down and make them even blend in with what we have in town and that park. That could be a possibility later on.
We'll make them ritzy out there.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would.
I'm not wrapping those poles in lights.
No, you just tell whoever's house they're in front of, they buy.
They gotta wrap it,
You know, but that, I mean, we could look at that for
yeah,
later on,
definitely.
you know? So, because all we have to do is have a concrete cord and take bury the ground, bury it, so. They'd be on auto. So,
There's definitely potential for that.
yeah. Money, where could?
Okay, Tony and I talked a little bit today, and he's thinking that probably the generators will run around 100. What did we say?
Right now,
111,000.
I've got a quote for for 2 natural gas generators. The one at the wells, he's already contacted NIPSCO about. NIPSCO said the first 150 feet is a free installation, so there's no problem with that one. But they're waiting on an engineer to get out here to measure it up, to go back to the plant. That guy quoted me basically 111,000. That's for both generators installed, service for 2 years,
Wow.
all the above. They are Generac generators, but there's still that cost of getting natural gas back there. Like I said, I'm gonna do some checking on myself to find out if there's something that I can do and see what that cost would be if we can meter at the pole barn now, and we run a service line around, but it's too small for it to run a generator. So if the meter that is at the pole barn, if we can upsize the pipe going back, then that would be something fairly easy to do. Other than that, the next step up would be 2 diesel generators, and the cheapest one that I got on that is around 150.
For one,
No,
or for both? Okay.
That's the total cost. And then the Houston Electric, the guy that is, the people that are doing our service and stuff now, maintaining our generator, they come in, they're about 190. And those are diesel generators with automatic transfer switches also. All these quotes are basically, for the most part, apples to apples.
What sizes are those two that you got?
130s for the sewer plant, which right now we've got a 125 running it. Houston come in at a 151, and I asked him why, and he said basically that was the industrial generator, that was the next step up. He couldn't go to a 130 for some reason or another. Everybody else is quoting me a 130, which like I said, we've got a 125 now.
Right.
And we're getting ready to, if we put that other generator in, which will be a 60 for the wells, then it's gonna be even less load on the 131, so it's gonna be more than sufficient
Yeah.
for everything we need to do. It's just getting the natural gas back there.
And usually you want something a little bit bigger than what you need
Correct.
for that, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, they said the 131 is more than enough for what we're doing back there at the sewer plant and pole barns and whatever else, even if we wanted to add on later on with electricity somewhere else and stuff, there shouldn't be an issue with any of that. So, my personal opinion right now, nothing against Houston and stuff, other than sending back that they're $180,000. They've always treated us good. But this company Live Wire, which is, his name is Bryce, he's the one that gave us the, Live Oak, sorry. He's the one that gave us the quote for the 2 natural gas generators and stuff, and he impressed me with the conversation that we had and stuff, and I felt comfortable with his sales pitch.
Yeah, don't you think our natural gas would be better than having diesel? Yes.
Natural gas runs cleaner and
Yes.
it's forever type situation and stuff compared to a diesel.
Okay.
My biggest concern about the diesel is getting diesel up to
Yeah.
the generator at the wells.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a transfer tank of some kind, because most of the tanks are 200 gallon, and that's a lot of 5-gallon cans.
Yeah,
So that's the one thing that the guy mentioned about the natural gas that I like real well.
just go to 1-gallon cans and go to carry.
So
Yeah, I
the
think
generators, but I mean, unfortunately, we've got a quote right now of 111,000, depending on what the gas costs, to put it in and stuff. But the longer we wait, the price goes up, because these quotes only good for 30 days.
Is there any way that you can twist NIPSCO's arms a little bit to see if you can't get them out to try to?
Talk to him about the broken utility pole down there on 16 and see what they say about it. The sheriff's department even called them, and they still ain't showed up, so
I had them call.
they could care less than
Last
I
week
am.
and they still
Wow.
So, I mean, yeah, I like I said, I can check with Scott, the guy that helped me last time, to see what it would cost
Okay.
if it's something that we can do to save us more money, but I have no clue.
Okay.
And Bryce has reached out to NIPSCO again. I just talked to him last week, and he said he reached out to him again, trying to get the quote in. They still haven't got back with him on anything, so it's probably gonna be one of these spring things that they'll show up.
So we were looking at about 150,000. So if we can get the 2 for 111, we can get the telehandler for 48. We're looking at 159,000. So essentially, we would be able to do that. Let you know that the money will be coming out of water, out of sewage. It'll be coming out of MVH, but not MVH restricted. We can't pull any money out of MVH restricted for this. We can pull some money out of general. I've got a little bit over in general that I can pull out of, but I'm also going to have to pull some money out of seeded. So, and seeded is normally, historically, we've used that money for concrete for sidewalks. That doesn't mean that we have to use it for that. Seeded can be used for anything. And for the last, in the last probably, I would say 6 to 7 years, we've only used 20,000 of seeded money. Period. And so it's not like everybody's beating down the door for seeded money. So we can use money from seeded. And then also, there's probably a couple other funds that I can pull some money out of. So there's no reason that, with all of that said, that we can't pull off both of these in 1 year. I'm just kind of waiting on, we'll want to, I know that he's going to want to get the telehandler right away. He's still working on the numbers for the generators, and then we'll be able to, once we know how we're going to get power back there or whatever we're getting back there, then we can go in that direction. So that's kind of where we're at right now.
So, but my question then, Bob, is Tony said that it's the quote for the generator is only good for 30 days. Is that correct?
Pretty much, yeah. Because I mean, when I started this last year, Houston quoted me, it was gonna be I think it was 160,000. Now, the only difference is this new quote is for 2 automatic transfer switches, where they quoted me 1 automatic transfer switch. But the quote went up $30,000. So I can't tell you that this generator and the rest of the generators is gonna go up 10,000, 20,000. I have no clue.
Can you get a hard number on that for me? Like,
If you guys decide, if I call them tomorrow and get you a number, but we have to decide on the 30 days, because they all say net 30 on, or they all say 30-day quotes. So I mean, that's the only problem and stuff. I can tell you, they can tell you now, but if you guys wait until June to decide on it and stuff, the quote's gonna change. There ain't none of them gonna give you a quote for 6 months and say it's good for 6 months, because they don't know what the cost of things are gonna do. Just
Right.
like That's what you were talking about with tariffs and everything else.
yeah,
So the telehandler, I reached out to the kid Friday and was talking to him about all the details to see if it was still available and if it was, the price was the same and whatever else, because he quoted this to me 2 months ago.
hang on. Don't make a motion until I can tell you if we got the money. To
So
do both of them
that's
right
the
away.
only negative about it and stuff is time frame of anything.
I mean, I have hesitancy with, going forward with a telehandler and not knowing for sure what the other natural gas, what that might cost to run that back there. I mean, I don't know, is it gonna be an extra 1,000, 10,000, like?
Like that, I have no clue. When we done it before and stuff, I wanna say that, we had less than $1,000 in it.
Mhm.
That was buying the line and putting it all together, but I ain't gonna promise you that, because I don't know. I don't know if that meter is sufficient enough to upsize the line going back there, or if the meter's gonna have to be changed. If the line going to the pole barn would have to be changed, I don't have any idea. And I don't know if they're gonna come from 16, or if they can come from that substation behind mine. I don't know where they're gonna feed it from.
How many hours does the tractor have on it right now?
I wanna say less than 2,000.
Yeah, it is close to 2,000.
I don't know, right off the top of my head, 1650, something or other, I think.
Did the transmission recently go out, or were we worried about it was going to go out?
We replaced the clutch last
The
year.
clutch. That's right.
It's got some hydraulic leaks. I can fix those. We've repaired some of them already and stuff, so that's not an issue. It's just not sufficient enough to do
Yeah.
some of the things that we needed to do.
Yeah.
Bob's seeing it in action, unloading the semi.
That was not fun.
That's just one of many.
Yeah.
That
But I know
was
it doesn't reach where we need it to reach to at a consistent basis.
What's that?
I know it doesn't reach where you need to get to on a consistent basis.
Yeah, even when we did the light posts, it took all of us to get the light posts up where they had to be. As long as that number stays at 111, and I can't stress enough. I can't stress enough that we cannot purchase any other big equipment this year if we get the telehandler and the generators. I can't stress that enough.
The only thing that I can say about that situation is, I cannot promise you things don't break.
I know that.
As far as my future plans for anything, no, I don't have anything, but
Okay.
if a pump goes out or something goes out down there.
Well, that's
I have
different.
No option.
That's different. And I've got emergency money set in places for that kind of stuff. So it's up to you guys.
So let me ask you this question, with the telehandler, will we dispose or sell the tractor then? Do we need it?
I think we're talking about using this thing.
I'm just asking a question.
I've
Okay.
done another Google on Facebook just here last week, just to see what they were selling for right now. Compact tractors are stupid in price right now. They went up. I found one, that is a Ford 2120, is the model that we have,
The
I-
95 model,
93.
93 model.
I found a 93 Ford 2120 without the loader on it, and they were asking $10,000 for it. Do they get 10,000 for it? I can't answer that either and stuff, but I know when I bought my tractor, which is a Kubota, I paid $4,300 for it. I went to look for a newer one when my clutch went out of my tractor. I was just gonna give it to my son and let him deal with it. I wanted to buy a step up. The cheapest one I found was $26,000 for the same thing. So prices of the compact tractors is just stupid right now. So to say we can get 10,000 out of it, 15,000, 20,000, I don't know that for sure, but we got 4,000 out of the Ford Ranger that we was expecting to get 1,000 out of,
Yeah.
so.
So, I mean, my direct question is, would we need it? Do we need to keep it if we?
I don't think we need to keep it necessarily, but I mean, Bob's ideal on it and stuff made sense, but.
Also the storing it too, the storage of it too.
Storage is the issue.
My thought on selling the tractor is we don't sell a boat in the middle of the winter.
Well, correct.
So I think we ought to hang on to it at least long enough to where it becomes at least more valuable for what it can be used for. And then we can also watch what goes on with all the craziness with pricing and
Correct.
all of that that's going on right now.
Right, yeah, I'm not saying sell it
and
tomorrow.
then-
I'm just-
Then yes, we could sell it. But my thought is to at least wait until we know
The
more
season for it.
and sell it in season.
Yeah.
But that could give us a little bit of a buffer depending on what they come back with
That's
this
all.
Oh, absolutely.
111.
Yeah. So basically what we need for the generator and the telehandler is about 159.5. Pardon?
159.
Like I said, I can save $750 right now. I can Okay. It's down in Indianapolis, so I can go get it. That was knocked $750 off of it.
But right now, you're only bringing the quote of the telehandler at 48.5.
48.5, that's everything delivered.
Which then if you can go get it, that's $700.
Uh,
But if you can go get it, that's saving you $700 off that.
750.
You know, I mean, I know that I can go get it.
So that already saved us.
As far as, I even asked him last week about if they could do any better on the cost of it and stuff, and he said basically that was a friends and family discount. I used to work with his dad. And plus because we were buying everything else, because I was gonna say we could hold off on, like the bucket, we could use the bucket off the tractor on this one. But to get the $2,000 off the telehandler, we gotta buy everything else. That's what he told me.
Right.
Makes sense.
So the gravel bucket is, to me, it's a tool that I think we could use quite a bit for brush cleanup. I can get the pile down there. I wanna sift the brush pile and get the dirt and ash out of it and burn the wood down to make that pile smaller.
What was the price of the other one that you looked at, the telehandler?
Which one?
The older one?
45?
The original one was 45. It was a couple $1,000s, but it was 2 years older, had more hours. And basically this company that I'm dealing with is McAllister out of Fort Wayne, but they're rentals is what they are. So it's 1,300 hours. It may go up a couple hundred hours by the time I get down there because they are rented out. So they are fleet serviced. He said this one was just serviced last week. As far as the picks go, I mean, like I said, before I make a decision on any of it, if you guys say it's okay, then I'll drive down there and make sure that it's what we need. But I didn't want to waste any more time in it if it's not even an option.
Well, they're both items we need, basically. And if we can swing it this year, Bob, we probably should go in that direction.
So make a motion for 190.
No.
Two separate ones?
Just the telehandler for now, right? Because we don't have a quote necessarily right now for the generators.
No, sir.
So then we can get then once he brings the quote in for the generators and so, but you think that quote's coming in at 111 for the
Right now, the
generators?
quote for the two generators, the concrete that I need and the transfer switches installed, everything is 110,000.
Okay,
Yeah.
But that all depends on the natural gas going back to the sewer.
okay,
Right.
all right.
Which we know there will be additional costs.
Huh?
We know there will be additional costs for
Yeah.
running it.
But right now, for both generators installed, 2-year service, concrete pads, gas tanks, everything that we need, or I guess we'll need to have that. But anyways, installed for everything would be, basically $111 for natural gas generators. If we go diesel, it's $150. Is the next step, next cheapest.
How soon do you think that you could get a quote, like on paper for those generators from, if we were to approve the 48.5 for the telehandler, before like you would pick that up to know for sure what that quote is?
NIPSCO, I've got the quote wrote down there right now. It's still good.
Okay.
At 100,
Okay, so that's not gone for 30 days, you're saying?
Right, we're
Okay,
still okay
okay.
on that one.
All right.
It's just we're waiting on NIPSCO.
Just the
to get back
NIPSCO.
on us.
Okay.
So that part I have it written down there.
I was worried that was one that, might go up,
Right.
but
Yeah.
gotcha.
What he's saying is.
Like I said, I mean, I can't say
Approve it.
Yeah.
He can
if we
call
wait till summer
tomorrow.
or whatever else, or wait till spring per se, it's another 2 or 3 months away. The cost of it could go up depending on what's going on in our beloved world we live in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't want you guys to bank on it's $111,000, because it may not be. And then again, it could be. I can't answer that.
Mhm.
So we'll get telehandler first thing?
That's the only one that we have
Do the generator first.
He didn't have a,
we don't have a full We don't know the total
I
cost,
thought he said 111,000.
but it's still depending on what NIPSCO is going to come back with.
Right, but what he's saying, I mean, here's what this is my thinking. For 111,000, we know we're gonna have the generators guaranteed at that price, correct?
Yep.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
we have to. go
So if
through
we
that.
have to wait on NIPSCO, it sounds like NIPSCO could drag from now until eternity. And we know we've got a tractor that we might be able to get rid of eventually, and then the snow, we can take it out in the boat.
And we're gonna get this now.
Am I making sense in that direction?
But those generators aren't 111. That's everything
Yes.
together.
Right, that's everything,
That's everything together.
except the mixed up.
So,
Which is still,
right.
Right.
So if you're going to make a motion, what is the quote on the generators?
The 2 generators installed with the natural gas going to the one by the wells is $111,000.
Okay,
Right.
all right.
The only thing is we may have a generator sitting back there at the sewer plant that will not work because we have no gas running to it.
Right.
That's the only thing. I have
Understood.
no clue what it would cost.
That I understand.
If you guys approve $111,000 and then things change, what's the deal? Do you just reapprove? Or does that cause heartache with you, Bob?
Well, the only thing that's gonna change is the gas, right?
The only thing that I'm thinking of and
So-
stuff is if we do a natural gas at the well and we end up doing a diesel back at the sewer plant, like we've already got. I don't know what the cost difference is on it and stuff, but if we find out that the natural gas generator was $70,000 at the sewer plant and we can't get natural gas back there unless it costs us 20 grand. If we can install a diesel generator back there for 80 grand, then we're good. We're still cheaper than what all the above.
That's what we talked about last.
Uh,
We at least talk about that as being an option for,
Right.
because it would at least be somewhat convenient having diesel there versus having to take diesel to the wells.
Right.
Correct. The diesel's gonna be back there because of our equipment and stuff, the leaf vac, the tractor, the telehandler, whatever, they're all diesel. So we need that tank back there.
So yes, you could approve the 111.
I mean, I'm not gonna spend $111,000 just because you guys said okay,
Up to,
without having that
up
option.
to 100, right.
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 So I think a natural gas generator at the well is a great idea.
Mhm.
Whether we do natural gas or diesel or propane or whatever back at the plant. So whatever you guys want to do, become good.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna make a motion to approve up to 111,000 for the generator,
So,
for 2 generators, excuse me.
install.
Installed. Second. Okay, 111,000 for 2 generators installed has been approved.
no.
All in favor?
All in favor, excuse me. Aye,
Opposed?
opposed. And I will say it. 111,000.
$111,000.
Telehandler,
45.
35 is what it is.
4775. He said he'd go pick them up.
Well,
47,750.
750, that's what I meant. 47,750.
Okay, so I make a motion.
That's what I said.
To approve 47,750 for the telehandler, as long as he goes and picks it up.
I'll second.
Okay.
all in favor,
Aye.
opposed? Approved.
We'll be working on it.
You're on the agenda next, so.
And you've already spent enough money.
The only thing that I
Yeah, so there we
got
go.
is spring conference is coming up in March and Bruce is still interested in wanting to go. So we're in the board, the conference cost, and mileage.
Is that to maintain his license?
Yes,
How are you coming, Damon, on yours?
I have my distribution. He's got
Okay.
one of three.
What is it?
He's taken the water test twice now, and not done so well, but
It happens.
4 points.
It's always horrible.
I'm not even trying to do anything with the sewer right now. I want to get him through the water first,
Okay.
and then we'll start on the sewer and see what we need to do with that.
Makes sense.
And Bruce needs this basically for his license.
Yes.
That-
I have to maintain his license and stuff.
Which we use him in case of your absence and stuff.
Yes. I mean, you can still use my license if I'm on vacation or whatever else. It has nothing to do with that. It's just the fact of, using his knowledge right now. To me, him going to the conference once a year or whatever, whatever it is, $500 or $700, $1,000, I don't know what it is and stuff. And I know we still pay him hourly and stuff.
Right.
We don't use him very often, but his knowledge is nice.
What did you say was again mileage?
Mileage, the motel
And then
for
meals.
2 nights, and the conference for 2 days. I
Plus
think the
meals,
conference
right?
is
Yeah.
$300. Well, I don't know what the motel is. Every year they change that, so.
I'll make a motion to approve the motel mileage, conference, and meals for Bruce.
Second.
Favor?
Alright.
All
All
I got,
opposed?
guys.
Pardon?
That's all I got.
For the rest of the year.
For the rest of
For
the
the rest of
year.
the year.
So, yeah,
The rest of your life.
this is your life. Steve, you're up next.
I don't want to get up that big
Yeah, I asked you if you want to go first.
Yeah, I knew you was talking 100 like 1,000. I don't have much. Last week I took the truck up and got it serviced. On the way back, I swung by Cops here who did the install. Been having trouble with my radio system since the very beginning. He's redone this, done that. I think he got it fixed this time. And then he had to replace the light on, all was done in warranty, so there's no money out of the town's pocket on it, so you know that. But, been hitting more night hours, trying to get more of that nighttime. I surprised a couple tonight down there on 16 before the meeting started, so. There's some positive stuff going on with some of the churches in town with the youth and stuff, so hopefully that keeps going too for us also. The only thing I have is the 2 purchases that I sent to you guys. The PVT, that's a portable breath tester, same one we use at the sheriff's department. I like to have one in purchase, due to the fact that we already don't have a liquor store in town besides the Dollar General, and the gas station has a 2-way. The gas station's got a 3-way now. I'm not sure when they're gonna open up. They still got some stuff to get down with the county, but they got their approvals.
See the shelves are empty.
Yeah, so, well, they've been empty, that's where we've been drinking coffee at, so. With the possibility of having more drinking offenses, even underage drinking, I would like to have a portable breath test, because I can't rely on the county to get out here to give me theirs. And it's an important piece of machinery that we use when it comes to alcohol consumption. Going through the company saves a couple $100, and this is one that we switched this one about, I don't know, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, from the old ones that we used to have. I've only known one to ever break down. That was last year, and that was old. So they last a long time. The sheriff's department has the air to confirm where they're supposed to be at. And I already talked with the sergeant, does that. And as much as I do for them, from Roann, I think 2 seconds putting out a little canister of air, it won't cost us anything to do that either. So. And it comes with a 1-year warranty, parts and labor. It comes with 25 breath tubes, which will last a long time. So the price for that with shipping is $548, no tax. That's why I like going after Tony, so he can breathe.
Yeah.
That'll come out of town marshal equipment.
Do you not get one from the sheriff's department?
No, they have them all. We only have enough for each officer, so.
So my question would be, right now, You say because of the liquor store and Dollar General. Any violations right now since, they have been in?
No, not right now that I know of.
I guess my thing is, because at one time, the restaurant had theirs, which they drank inside and people stepped out. I'm not saying I'm against it, I'm just trying to figure out.
Well, Jerry, I look at it like this. We bring it into this town, yeah, the restaurant had their alcohol. They didn't sell very much alcohol. I was in there a lot when people did buy. But now we have a Dollar General that sells alcohol. We have a gas station that can't, if they want to put a two-way in, but they want to hold off the three-way. They're gonna have three-way hard liquor. When springtime, summertime hits, we're gonna have people go down in their canoes. People's already talking about it. Now they can stop in Roann and walk up to the gas station and get their alcohol. We have the people at Lucas Lake that rides their ATVs down, and I guarantee you they're gonna be buying alcohol down here. We also have kids, and I don't like sitting there saying, "Why don't we wait and see what happens?" We've had crashes with people who's had alcohol drink in this town. And why wait for $548? I asked you guys last year, we didn't have the money. I think Neil said we'll wait till the end of the year, see if there's any leftover money. I didn't bring it up. We waited. If I had money and equipment, this is something every officer in the county has. It's a standard piece of equipment, kind of like carrying a pistol. And if I catch somebody, I can't sit there and wait and hope the county can bring their PVT over to me. I need to have this piece of equipment.
Yeah, I'm just asking the question.
Well, I'm just answering your
Yeah,
question for you.
which is good.
Like I said, I've dealt with people in this town who has drank and drive.
So I have a question too. Is there still an Indiana law about open containers?
Yes.
Yeah, there's open
There is.
containers.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just asking that question too, that
yeah, we have open
if
container
you
law.
saw someone, you would arrest
Well,
them.
It's not, that's,
It's
you're
not
not
that
thinking that.
simple.
Okay.
No, that's,
Okay.
open container deals with operating your vehicle.
Only your vehicle, right?
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can,
Okay.
now if you walk in public and you're intoxicated and you have your beer in your hand, that helps me out a lot.
Okay.
And there's other signs of intoxication. I mean, it's not just a PVT, and Christina, know, being a defense attorney, PVT is not even valid in court, but it's determined, is this person on alcohol, or are they on some type of drug, or having a medical emergency like diabetes?
So it's basically building a case though.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, it's just no foundation for us, so.
So if they're in their canoe, is their vehicle?
No.
There's not a motor attached to it.
No, I was just asking a question.
You can still be in public being in that canoe.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had them go over the waterfall and die.
International waters.
Because you can get arrested riding a bicycle.
You know, we,
I can't remember.
as an officer, all officers treat alcohol consumption, especially with vehicles or underage drinking or public intoxication, very seriously. Up until the last year, this town only had one little place that actually had alcohol, and it was just mostly beer. I don't think they ever sold wine, did you?
They had one.
Rarely. We have wine, but we
He said,
rarely.
yeah.
sell it.
They had a dig for rail one time.
Mad Dog
The
2020.
thing is, usually that was, I've seen one of the farmers come in and get himself a 6-pack or a 12-pack, and he went back to his house, stuff like that. But I've had our officers told me they feel sorry for me for having the alcohol in the town, because we kept the town clean for a lot of years, except for this little bit here and there. And I wasn't against an alcohol store. I was against, quite frankly, them following the rules. Okay, that's my big thing.
Because they'll sell to anybody.
Possibility. I mean, we had complaints about the tobacco and stuff, and that was handled. I turned over to the proper people. Well, alcohol is my creature. I don't have to turn over anybody. And what I just don't want to do is just not go into it. I want everybody in town to know that I'm very serious about this, that we're going to ensure that people are safe. And we're going to be ensured that if somebody does get intoxicated, I'm going to be able to handle the call and handle it professionally and go from there.
I'll make a motion to approve the 548 for the PBT.
I'll second. Go ahead.
Pretty good.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay. And the other thing is this, the ammunition. Only reason I asked for it now, usually I wait till later in the year, but I've held off on buying rifle ammo for a couple of years. I try to make sure I don't overload Bob's accounts. I'm good on pistol ammo, but I am lower. We have to qualify. That's 60 rounds right there. Then we train with it too. I'm getting really low, and I gotta have at least some for my magazines when I'm working the road. So, and we're training a lot more with it too, just for the fact of just to keep our skills up. So.
That was 429.
Yeah, that's with shipping, no tax. That's a heck of a deal. I mean, 200 rounds, usually you're looking at $250, $275 for 200 rounds. So base is,
This is 400 rounds.
yes, 400
Altogether.
rounds, yes, because I need to, $1.
About that.
That's cheap.
Can you use it to get rid of the deer on,
No.
700 once in a while?
Well, I hit one the other day, so
I was
that
gonna
helps.
say-
But how about the turkey we got in town? So,
Out of the
Well,
years,
that's a
I think
pet
you got
turkey.
rid of a few on 700.
That's what I heard, but yeah,
and I'm getting complaints about the turkey, but I don't want to mess with the turkey.
429, is that right?
I'll make a motion to approve the 429 for ammo.
Second.
James?
All in favor?
Aye.
All
And-
opposed?
Thank you, guys. And not to think I was trying to be harsh or anything, talking back to the question about the PVT. It's just, I've been to too many incidents where it's, something could have been done.
I'm not opposed.
Yeah. And, no, I won't loan it out to anybody either, just so anybody has, so. But you guys got my year-end report and stuff, and I did post that publicly. I wanted people to know that what they're paying me for. And I think I got a very positive response the way it looks. So I'm trying to make sure that the town knows they have law enforcement, and I ain't call Stephen off duty. And I was in Louisville talking to people on the phone about stuff up here. The new CAD system is up and running. There's been some hiccups. You have that with new CAD systems. I'm one of the administrators that helps get it going. But it's going to increase our ability to solve crimes because we communicate with nationally on the system. So,
What is that exactly again, Steve?
well, what we did is we had an old system that was called PSIMS, and that was just our computer-aided dispatch and mobile computers. It ran its course. It's 15 years old. And Caliber, which is one the state police use and a lot of other in the country uses, bought out PSIMS and they decided not to update it anymore, which they want the Caliber program. So now we have Caliber CAD, which is computer-aided dispatch, which is in our dispatch center.
Okay.
We have mobile Caliber, which is in our cars on our laptops, and we have record management system, which is done via application on the computer. So I run Jerry Nelson's name, and he was in California and stopped by a department that has Caliber. It will show me that he was stopped in California, and I can pull that case up and see what's going on. The detective I talked with that now works at Caliber from Michigan City solved a murder because down in Annapolis, the department has Caliber. He was able to see that and get a link, and there you go. So it's a good change. It's just a lot of upkeep, and I'm able to make it fit for Roann too. So I don't have to do exactly what the sheriff's department wants on that system. I can make it so it's what Roann wants. I can add local stuff in there, make it easier for me here. So, and I think that's about it unless you guys have something. I don't want to spend $111,000. So I thought Bob had a stroke there for a second. So
We'd have to sell the patrol car.
I already have to sell my foot. But besides that, Tahoe's running great year end. Tires are still looking good on it. I mean, 5,000 miles a year, don't usually get used too much. But if there is suggestions that the three of you have or anybody else, they just need to let me know.
What about the property at Pike Street? Have we?
I wondered if you was going to ask about that. Right now, the deed, not the deed, what the county need to do to check, make sure they can go through foreclosure has been done. It's in the hands of the attorney. He's drawing the paperwork up now to have a file. So. And there are some houses here in town, you probably notice they're starting to look pretty poor. I usually wait till it gets close to springtime because wintertime, getting in the yard, you tear the yards all to pieces, and I'm not here to tear the yards up. Tony and Dane was usually fixing everything because of cold weather and stuff.
Right.
So I got photographs, I'm taking pictures, I'm keeping track of things. If something gets to a safety issue, then I'll step in right away, but I usually wait until we get through these winter months just for the fact that it's just easier. The house on Church Street, I was going to Louisville on the phone. I was a little confused because I got told to get rid of Christina, which I did, but then I got email from Jerry saying keep an eye on the place. So I really didn't know what direction we're going with this. He's not, only thing he did was get rid of his dumpster. He still has the camper, which is trash. He still has the car in the backyard. He still has all the trees he cut down laying in the backyard. If the board wants me just to watch it, then I will. But I also think we're setting an example to the other houses. And I mean, Judy, I'm pretty sure he thinks I'm a joke for the fact that I say this is what we're going to do, then nothing. So what I asked the board, if I come to you about a thing, we need to make a decision on what course of action, either follow through with it or don't do it. Because my word usually means my word. If I tell somebody, if you don't do this, this is what's going to probably happen, and then we don't follow through with it, why do I even have the ordinances to follow through with stuff? Because honestly, that's coming from me. I work my butt off to try to keep the town clean, and I need the board to back me. So if I come to you with an issue, if you don't think it's an issue, then I'm good with it. But don't have me go through all the trouble and all the work, and then it gets to the finish line and nothing. Because that camper should have been gone. Now we're talking 3 or 4 months later. The backyard, we had all we had to do is file in court, like the county does, and we could have gotten that backyard and got cleaned up. People talked about that house. And it really knocks me down a little bit. You know, I do this part-time. I put in as many hours, if not more, here than I do the sheriff's department because I love this town. And I want to keep it clean like it was when I was little, and I lived in this town. I still got friends here, and I got people I consider family. And I need the board to back me on these houses. If I come to you and I show you all the proof, and I take the pictures, and you guys drive by and see yourself, the ordinance is there for a reason. And if we don't follow through with it, like I said, in my word, they laugh at me. And
What is the next step for it then?
I don't even know where we are anymore with notices and,
well, we're talking about the house, 2 houses down from Bob's.
I know what house we're talking
Yeah.
about, but I don't know what we've sent or what we've done anymore. I don't remember.
Right. And I either have to apologize because either I misread your thing or something. You said it, I said, you know, just.
Well, it was a phone call. I called him to the board, and
Oh,
I asked about getting to Christina so we can file with the courts and getting that backyard and stuff. And I was told to get everything to Christina. And then I sent everything to Christina and to the board, just like I do, the copy. And you emailed back, you told me to keep an eye on the place, is what you told me. And I was just confused. And I think that's when it went dead. And right now, I mean, we can wait till spring and I can address the camper then. Because I got other houses that has campers right now too, that's going to have to be addressed. With about 6 or 7 cars in the yard.
let me guess where that is.
I know where it's at. You know where it's at too.
Yes, I do. I
And
think it's even worse than that.
well, they're having a party house is what they're having there now. I went by there tonight, been watching it, and there's partying is what they're doing. And the county knows it too.
I think probably for the house on Church Street, we need to start all over.
I think we do now. Because honestly, it's been such a gap.
Yeah.
I don't think
we need
it's
to
fair to
start
miss.
all over with the initial notice and.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to Mr. Udi just surprise him now.
Okay.
But he did get the dumpster out of there. Well, his mom did. And after it was set on fire. But luckily, it didn't catch that. I am worried about a tree that was brought up to my attention in his yard. I might talk to him about that tree. It's leaning and the base is rotted. I'm afraid it's in his yard. It's his responsibility, but it's going to do some damage. And he doesn't have the means to take care of it. And it's not our, but it's leaning to the east. And it's, I don't know how tall you think that tree is.
I'd say it's a bit of 40 feet tall.
Yeah, 40, 50 feet tall. And I'm surprised it's still standing. So, but I'll restart. I'll go up there and take another look and see if he's done anything else, but I don't think so.
I think last time I had to send out 6 notices. Because I have to send out a notice to him, and I have to send a notice to his mother.
Yeah.
So I think I sent out 6 notices, and where I'm at. And then, so all I'll need is, I'll need all of that paperwork to send out the notices again.
Yeah, well, I'll start over on it, and I take some responsibility too. I have a soft part, even though people don't think it, and if somebody's trying, I do try to give them a chance, and I let you guys know, I keep you up to date, because if they're gonna clean it themselves, we shouldn't have to step in. I don't want to. I don't wanna be on your yard. I don't wanna tell the board this go on there, that's your property. It's just when it affects homes, safety, and property values, that's where the town needs to step in. And there's a lot more issues there than just his own property too. But then also to be fair to him, the other houses, I'll just start on now. I mean, by the time we get to it, it'll be springtime anyway. So I just also know Bob's first month of January is usually hell month for him, kind of like in the Marine Corps, and I hate doing anything to him. So, but wait, I don't want him to get gray hair.
Another day, another day.
Another dollar. But is there anything else the board wants me to do, change, do better as your officer? So I do write more warnings than I do tickets, but I do that for a reason. I mean, and I keep my promise. I always tell them next time it's a ticket. I've done that several times to people. So, but my main goal is to slow down traffic out there and keep it safe for everybody. And I've always said a blind monkey can do that. You don't need to write a ticket. Because right now, a ticket is $175, and that's a lot out of somebody's pocket. Now, if they're driving reckless, like the one that was doing twice the speed limit out there, that one got a ticket. So, and they cussed me. So it's fine. But if there's nothing else, I'll go sit down there. I think
Well,
Christina's
the
ready
only
to go
thing
home.
I've ever noticed, sometimes during daytime, people are still, some of them are parking against the flow of traffic.
Out here, yeah, I can take care of it.
Yeah, I mean, I have noticed that a couple times,
We got a parking ordinance, so.
yeah. And again, like I say, I apologize, because I must have either not heard or misread.
Yeah. Main thing
It
is
happens.
if we get on the track and we get back where we need to go, and the parking out here, I've been just waiting for somebody to complain, honestly, because we are a small town. And I don't want to make people, it is a safety issue. That's why I wanted the parking ordinance in the first place, is safety. And I don't want to take away from downtown businesses or anything like that. And I don't want Christina mad at me because I seen her mad before. So I've gone against her in court. It's not pretty. So her daughter's worse.
Exactly.
But she's taught her
Daughter
well.
like mother.
But I will take care of the parking like that. I just been waiting for somebody to complain, so.
Yeah.
But if there's nothing else, gentlemen, then I'll be quiet, let Tony have more money, so.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Christina,
I don't have anything.
Robert.
I got just a couple things. I've got, we've already closed out for the end of the year. We've closed out the utility, so that end of the year process is finished. I've already recorded our AFR, our annual financial report in the gateway. The only thing I've got left to do is assets, and I'm working on that right now because we found that we probably need to add some additional assets, like what was given, like the light posts, and probably I'm going to also put in the benches and stuff like that. We want to make sure that we put all of that in our capital or not our capital assets, but at least in our assets. And then I'll be asking the council to probably, I think the last time was 2 years ago, we did an inventory on assets. I'm going to have to ask you guys to do another inventory on assets, and I'll get that all done for you.
When is that?
It doesn't have to be right away. I mean, we can do it in March. We can wait and do it when it's nicer out. It's not something that has to be done right away. It just has to be done in 26. I got my 1782 in, which is from the Department of Local Government Finance, and our budget that I sent in was approved by the DLGF, and I was under in our maximum levy by only $2, so I'm pretty proud of that. especially when some people was well over a couple grand under their maximum levy, and I missed it by $2. So I'm pretty proud of that, and we've got that all in, as you've seen with your appropriation reports. Let's see, in March, will be coming up our annual classes for the academy, and Peggy and I will probably want to go to that. So I'm not going to ask tonight because I don't have the exact dates, and I don't have, well, I've got the exact dates, but I don't have the price of the hotel or anything like that. So I'm going to wait until next month, and I'll request that. But in March, I'd like you guys to think about this over the next 30 days. In March, we'll be at Academy, an institute, on the day of the meeting. And so I'd like to change that meeting to either the 2nd or the 16th. So if you guys will look at your calendars and figure out a good day, either on the 2nd or the 16th. So you guys can figure it out. You guys can talk about it. We can do it next week or next month. Other than that, I think that's everything, is it not?
So where's that gonna be?
It's going to be in Plainfield again this year. So, yeah, and it's like 12 hours a day in classes.
Anybody out there have anything to say? Bring up concerns?
That's something.
Neil?
Yeah, the Big March cleanup is gonna be a countywide, litter cleanup event. And we were talking about areas in Roann, and luckily Roann's not a very dirty community, so there was not a lot of areas to really highlight, but, Republic Services is sponsoring this event, and they're gonna drop off a roll-off. So we're looking at putting it by the park, cleaning up that tree line, like on the east side. Usually it seems to catch a lot of stuff, and really is like the only area. The only thing that I wanted to make sure is it not get confused with the other cleanup that we do. So that's kind of why I was thinking about that side of town then too. But the date we'd be looking at probably March 21st for that, because then the next weekend is spring break. So it'd be like a countywide or a community event. There is a place to sign up, and I will get that posted, and then I'll have Steve share that so that if you're wanting to participate, you just click on a link, you say which community you want to go help, and sign up that way. But we're looking at March 21st for that at the park.
So there's a big dumpster.
They're going to put a dumpster down there, and then they're also going to be providing trash bags, safety vests, because I would guess for some communities they're going to be more of a dangerous area. But
Well, it's just a good idea.
Yeah.
Size of dumpster?
I'm not 100% sure on the size of that.
Right? So, are they gonna restrict what goes in that dumpster? Is someone gonna monitor that?
Well, and so I've got a meeting for that. It's probably, I think it's this next week that they're going to help provide some more information for that. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, we'll see.
We can put them to work on that house on fire.
Is this what you?
Yeah.
Yeah, a good idea. There happens to be 3 of them. Is that it?
That's it. Yep. We have not established a time yet, but that's just what we're looking at right now, that date. So I just wanted to put that out there for everybody.
I believe there's also a red, white, and blue coming up. Have you heard anything about that?
For the whole cat walk.
For the Wabash County. So that's something else that we could start thinking about, is the red, white, and blue, because of it being the 250th.
Mm.
And I believe RCH is working on that too, I think. Well, to celebrate. So we were talking about stuff for here. And I think Lions come maybe. We're trying to get them all involved.
I've been doing it for 5 years, for red, white, and blue lights.
Everyone appreciates that. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that is gonna be a big thing, and we have been notified about it, so.
Great.
Do you have anything? Anybody else? So adjourned at 8/11. Oops, I'm sorry.
I just wondered if I could mention that on March 20th, Friday night, the Lions Club is having soup supper in the community building.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you know where to take your trash on the 21st.
God, we picked that day.
Okay. Soup supper. Okay. Anybody got anything else? June at 8/12. Thank you.
Did I say March?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Someone
It's the
that-
20th.